John, it's great to have you back on InvestorStream so soon after your last video. I understand you want to talk about MYL's recently announced share purchase plan and placement.
Hi, Alex. Yes, you're right. It is a pleasure to be back with you and providing shareholders with some additional context to this capital raise. It's a relatively small raise. We targeted just $7 million between a small placement and a share purchase plan to bring in additional funds to kickstart this year's exploration programs at Bordwin and at Tale in the current dry season, which runs from around about now, so October through to April in Myanmar. So this capital raise will allow us to commence some early development works as well at Bordwin, just to put us in a great position for the start of mine construction. So I call it a splash and dash. We can see the finish line ahead, but 2020 is not the year to be running low on fuel, and we have a dry season coming that I don't want to waste. So really this is expansion capital to fund short-term exploration and development activities and to make sure that we don't miss a beat. I'm also happy to report that the placement was very well supported despite the small pool of investors that we engaged, which shows great confidence that investors have in our company. It was all done in the blink of an eye with very, very strong demand. And the SPP is planned to open on the 12th of October and it will stay open until the 4th of November. Now these dates are subject to change and I note allocation will be on a first come, first served basis. And briefly, in terms of pricing, we landed on an issue price of 7.5 cents per share after discussion with cornerstone institutional investors and with reference to current market discounts for equity raises. It's worth noting that the issue price is the highest price that MYL has ever raised equity capital at. It's around a 12% discount to the 5 and 10 day volume weighted average price or VWAP. The small size of the placement means that it'll only be a small dilutionary impact, around 5% for existing shareholders, which can be offset somewhat by their participation in the SPP. And I suppose a final point on pricing, we're all aware that MYL's share price has traded above 10 cents in recent times. And much as I would have liked to have seen us approach the market during that period, the company just wasn't in a position to do so. So we've come to the market now, seeking a relatively small amount of expansion capital and giving all eligible shareholders the opportunity to participate in the SPP at a compelling price.
John, I'm keen to talk about the timing of this raise. MYL chose to raise money now ahead of some key milestones being realised. Why is that the case?
Well, as mentioned, Alex, this is about getting a quick start to exploration and development activities in the current dry season, and we didn't have the existing cash reserves to do that. I want to assure shareholders that our expectation of a favourable outcome in 2020 for the production sharing agreement and the foreign investment permit still holds true. We're doing everything we can to make this happen in spite of a second wave of COVID-19 occurring in Myanmar. We've taken confidence from some recent engagement within the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environmental Conservation, and we will continue to work closely with government officials alongside our partners to help them conclude their work on the production sharing agreement as soon as possible. So if I'm to summarise, the value accretive milestones are still in place where we expect them to be. And this equity raising provides the company with the ability to execute on short-term growth and development activities. And of course, this is why we believe that the share purchase plan, also priced at 7.5 cents per share, offers a compelling opportunity for those with the ability to participate. But I also believe very strongly that with COVID and the US election in the mix, this is not the year to say she'll be right. The board needs to make sure the company is funded to do the things it needs to do. So we've come to the market when the opportunity arose. We've put enough fuel in the tank to do those things. So I think it's a prudent move.
So John, you've topped up the cash balance. You've done all the work necessary to get Bordwin underway. You've got investors on the edge of their seats waiting for news and you're gearing to go up drilling as well. There seems to be a real strong focus on growth here.
Yes, sustainable growth is what all business aspires to, and ours certainly does. We're positioned to operate and to own half of the largest silver mine in Asia. And we have a golden opportunity to pick the eyes out of the best exploration territories in Myanmar over the next 2 years. Our primary focus, of course, is on driving Bordwin into production, but while it's being built, we can also explore, acquire new projects and do deals with other explorers. My confidence in our growth strategy comes from the great team of people who've come together at Myanmar Metals, both in Perth and in Myanmar, We have a highly experienced and dedicated team of professionals, and they fill all of our key corporate and operational functions. But we also have a focus on training and upskilling our in-country workforce. And I think what you should take away from all that is that I aim to build a company that will continue to grow and generate returns for shareholders for decades to come.
John, really appreciate you jumping on again today, and thanks for the update, and hopefully we'll chat soon.
My pleasure, Alex. Thank you.